Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Ryder Sigety. Before I introduce myself actually, I just want to say I'm sorry for this course worker here. I'm going up one of the hills on this split lane right at the start of the high stakes ECEA, and he's helping someone up the hill, hears me coming, tries to get out of the way, and accidentally goes right in front of me. Both of our fault, mostly my fault, but I almost hit him right in the elbow pad. Thankfully he was wearing elbow pads, but this is just a nasty hill. If you guys didn't notice the guy that I almost hit, there's people stuck on the left, somebody coming down backwards on the right. So lucky to make it up, and I still gotta go up it a bunch more times. And I'm leading right now, so it's definitely a little more stressful like that. And almost went the wrong way here really fast. But also, I didn't really introduce myself. My name is Ryder Sigety. I'm a 4-time national GNCC champion, and I'm a part of the Ampro Factory Support Off-Road team. I'm here with my dad, Mike Sigety, who also raced this race.
Hi everyone. Yeah, that was a not one of your better split-second decisions, but of course you couldn't realize that he was going to back up an extra foot like that too. Feel very bad, whoever you are. We're really sorry. I didn't hear of any injuries, so all good.
Yep, so this is the high stakes ECEA. There's a couple events going on this weekend, but there's definitely a couple fast guys here, and I was trying to just stay safe. Getting towards the end of the season, trying to wrap up championships, but look at how dusty it was. I've rarely ever raced this race when it's dry, and it's just really dusty today. And here we're going up the hill again. I almost get stuck. I take the same line I did to the right, and you see there's somebody stuck in that line, so then I had to go up like this sketchy rock, but the Kenda tire was just eating going up this hill. It was working awesome, and I was able to get up it with no problem. Catching up to here, my friend Carter Presmaluski, and hopefully I didn't screw up his name actually, but we're just getting around him. I actually raced Carter here. Oh, listen. I don't know if you guys could hear, but I hit that jump, and then I almost went straight into the trees. And if you looked at the ruts, people were hitting that jump and just going straight through the trees right after it. And if you look here, it's dusty again. Just any time we got into something that wasn't shaded, it was real dusty. But anyway, a story about Carter. I raced him here on KTM 50s when we were little kids, and he was leading the entire race. And this is like my lesson to never give up, because last lap, the KTM 50s, they have so many problems, and he fell and his Kickstarter got stuck in, and he couldn't get his Kickstarter out, and I ended up getting the win. But I was just like, from there I realized like you can never, the race isn't over till it's over. It's cliche, but it's definitely true. Coming up right here, there's like this sketchy logger. It looks so difficult, but it saves so much time and it's so easy. I was just rolling over it. I think you were hitting it too, right, Dad?
That's right, I was.
Yeah, and then almost got booted off the course there. Not his fault. Probably didn't even know I was coming. The 125 is kind of quiet. But, oh, this is a steep downhill. While I was riding it on the e-bike, it was like riding downhill mountain bikes. It's so fun. And if you listen to me, I come in this turn too fast. Yeah, so I'm sure you guys probably heard that, but definitely do a lot of talking to myself.
Hi, Noah.
As you just heard, talking to other people too. I didn't even realize how much I was talking until I'm watching the GoPro, but I definitely do. Also, guys, I don't know if you saw that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Put a lot of work into these videos. Been working on the videos since the race ended today. But Dad, you want to talk about who this is?
Yep, this is our friend Dave. Really nice guy. We're always trading setup tips. Ryder's pushing my head into the microphone. All right, I get it. You come with a really good line here, right?
Yeah, I see Dave goes to the outside, and I was able to just scoop by him on the inside here. But I'm sure he would have let me go soon anyway. He's a clean racer. His bike is really pretty, by the way. One of those anniversary models, YZ125s. Those things are cool. there's my dad. You want to explain what that was?
Yeah, let's back it up a little bit here. So, Ryder starts on the 10th out of 13 rows, and this was a very short course. It was about a 15-minute lap time, just a little hair over. And starting on row 10, that means he's starting 10 minutes back on a 15-minute lap. So, normally, Ryder never gets lapped. Matter of fact, at one point, Ryder worked his way up in this race to second overall, which I was shocked about from the 10th line. I was ecstatic. I could not believe it. And then I started doing the math. And by the way, that's second overall on adjusted time. And he was running there for like 3-4 laps. And then it occurred to me, okay, wait a minute. Jason Tino, who's like overall GNCC, not the overall GNCC, yeah, GNCC top amateur sometimes, like he's racing for a living. He's in first, and he started 10 minutes ahead of Ryder. He might actually catch Ryder. He's only got to make up 5 minutes, and it's a 2-hour race. So I put out that sign, don't get lapped. And if he didn't get lapped, things would have gone really well. But as it turns out, things went from bad to worse, didn't they, Ryder?
Yeah, so you just saw the don't get lapped sign. I am pushing like pretty much as hard as I can because I have a feeling that he's right behind me. And you're going to see in a minute, too, I'm going to be able to see him as we're going on the grass track. I see him like taunting me from the other straightaways of the grass track. So I'm putting the work, and then he passes me. Or actually, no, I'll leave it up to you guys to watch because it gets more interesting than him just passing me and me not getting there. Because I, at this point, am under the impression that this could be my last lap because I know he's right there. So I'm like, oh, I got to go because I don't want him to catch me because if he catches me, the race is over.
Yeah, it's easy to lose track on what lap you're on. I mean, especially when you're doing 15-minute laps, right? If you're doing 40-minute laps, you'd be like, okay, yeah, this is lap 2 or 3. But yeah, I mean, I always lose track.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Wait, what is that house on the left there for? Like, what is that doing in the middle of the woods? It looks like, something where you put your garbage cans.
Yeah, I don't know. That was weird. But all right, here. I try to make pass. I almost slide right into this guy, if you hear me.
Yeah, so now you're basically going as fast as you can, right? You said trying to make sure he doesn't lap you. And you're going to exit the woods and hit some grass track. And we'll pause the video for a minute where he can see Jason on another end of the grass track. I think that's coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, it should be coming up in about a minute or so.
So this is a gas pipeline that's buried underneath here that has like just clear cut, and you guys are racing up and down it. And you're going to turn left here into the woods and get another glimpse of him. So that was kind of like a bad thing for me to do, to put don't get lapped. I wish I could have said, if Jason catches you and it's at the end of the race, try your hardest. But you can't put all that information on a lap board. And the last thing I wanted Ryder to do was to ride over his head. And he knew that he was in second overall, and he knew that Jason was going to be the guy to stop that.
Yeah, also, you can hear I'm just pushing the bikes to the limits. Coming down this straightaway, listen to the brake chatter. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's pretty much a chain slapping when the brakes are working well.
Yeah, that's our EBC brakes working to full potential. And here we go on the right, you'll see Jason right there. So here's the thing. If Ryder gets lapped, he will not be able to do the last lap that everyone else is getting to do who started ahead of him on row 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even though on adjusted time, he's already ahead of all of them. That will all go out the window as soon as he gets lapped. And here's him coming through, getting ready to complete what he thinks is the last lap.
Yeah, I thought that if I could just get through scoring before before Jason, that I would be able to be on the lead lap. But it turns out I had another whole lap, so it didn't really matter much anyway. But you see, I'm just pushing as hard as I can. I don't know if you guys can tell. Might not look any different, but yeah.
So if you're just watching the video, this is like a nice flowy course, but let me tell you, this was one of the gnarliest, rockiest hair scrambles we've done this year. This was not this spot. I guess I'm kind of out of tune. Actually, this was kind of tough too because this was all mud the previous years, and there's ruts in here that you can't see, but they're bad. Like they want to really grab the wheel and start to move them around. I know it looks so smooth on GoPro. It always does. Like I said in my previous videos, you could watch Supercross and go, yeah, if I was just a little faster, I can do that. Oh, by the way, it wouldn't be a video if I didn't say, can you please comment on the video? That would really help out Ryder's channel. So now he's coming to the end of the lap, and if he can make it to the finish, he thinks he'll get the extra lap. But what really happened, Ryder?
Yeah, I got to the finish, and I figured if the white flag was out, that means there's one more lap. And once Jason comes through, that would mean there was that the race was over. But there was no white flag out, which means there's 2 more laps. So right here you see I just kind of gave up, and then I made a silly mistake there and hit a tree. And then in a minute you're gonna see this is like a split lane section where that tough hill was earlier. I decided to go to the left. That's what happened. And then you're gonna see I'm gonna pause it. Jason passes me right here. At this point it didn't matter. I knew I wasn't gonna hold him off for another lap, so I'm just mentally I was just giving up at this point. And it's only gonna get worse once ouch is the note I have here at 10:05. You guys are gonna see me pretty nasty, for me at least, fall, I'd say. And then I was on the ground here for a little longer than I'd like to admit. I think it was like a little under 2 minutes total time between just being on the ground, getting up, and just everything. The whole ordeal took around 2 minutes, but I was fine. Just a couple minor bruises and stuff. I wanted to thank some people that helped me.
Yeah, so our good friend Jacob Glenn and Art Downs, both, and Joey Ford, started reporting. Jacob and Art stopped to help you, so thank you very much. And then Joey also reported to some people down the course that the rider was down. So things went from bad to worse here, but he got back on the bike, no permanent injuries, and lesson learned. So what happened? Why do you think you ended up on the ground here and you rode all day and didn't end up on the ground?
I think just mentally I gave up. I wasn't paying attention. I just started to ride slower. Right, I just had that little stupid fall, so I was just kind of like mad in my head about that. My mind wasn't in the right place, but ended up overall in the day winning my class and getting, I think, 12th overall. It wasn't 8th. Oh, 8th overall, which for me is usually good, but I don't know. I could have been definitely better. And thanks guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.